Done with that one. We're not done yet, we still got more stones to go. We got the next stone. This is our semi-finished stone. We got half a thousandths to go still. Remember I told you we leave half, one and a half. So we're at the half point now.
So half a thou would be 5/10.
That's right. Catching on. Good. Probably rip it out of my hand. Finish it real fine now. Let's find out what it was. Turn the light on. Oh. Now your hand clear.
Got my rag, don't worry about it.
Yeah, with the rag will take the oil out pretty well. You push the light button over there, you see the light. See better. This is my final size right here. Let's see how close we are. I'm going to push pretty hard to make it go through. Okay. Pushing, and let go. Goes. That's how much we gotta go to. Check over on this side. I'm just gonna check to make sure it didn't move. That's hard pull. Everything's the same number. Still a ways to go. Finish now. Close enough to see it. Yeah, you get kind of a gloss to it because the stone's loading up. It's not cutting. It's got deglazed stone. Alright, where's my number at? Feels pretty straight. Almost there, but we got heat in it. Shrink it down, it'll be good. There's buckets of oil over there on that side. So
3.5 is the stock bore for an 80-inch. Correct?
Average.
So that's the average.
The real number is.
And the Harley number was a couple thou under.
Yeah, it's actually 348.
So 348.
Not 350. Not 3500.
We wanted to run a couple thou clearance, so we're coming up from 348 to 350, so we're going to be at 352.
Nope.
350.
Go by Harley numbers, go by piston. You want to measure piston.
Okay.
I don't go by what the book says.
What was the measurement on the piston?
The final size is going to be 1/4 thousandths under 3.5. So when you look at the mic, I'm 1/4 thou under 0. It's actually 1 3/4 thou over Harley standard because they made the piston too big relative to what Harley used. That's why you do not bore to what Harley tells you.
That's also why you do not try and buy a set of pistons and put them directly in the sleeves if they all say standard.
Yeah. Every manufacturer does what they want.
Generally, a standard number for a cylinder is going to be entirely different than a standard number for a piston, even if they're both based on a 3.5-inch bore.
Maybe, maybe not. Most of the time the manufacturers clears the piston to fit in the Harley standard cylinder. Just so happens these particular pistons are oversized for whatever reason. S&S does it the other way. These you make them loose compared to what Harley uses. You put them in a Harley standard, they be looser than you want a lot of times. They err on the side of being loose. This time here, these ones err on the side of being tight.
So if you wanted to run a tighter tolerance, you would have to buy a bigger piston and cut the cylinder out to your own tolerances.
Well, most standard cylinders come undersized so that you can fit them yourself. That's why they give you 2 or 3 to work with. This particular cylinder, whoever sold it to you, they were basically that Harley standard size, so it's an unfitting. You wouldn't have to hone them. You could have actually run these unhoned if you wanted to with a Harley piston. They would have been a little bit tight, but they would have worked.
They were a little bit tight and the cylinders were a little bit rough.
You give them a Harley brake in, which means you never turn the throttle on for a million miles, it'd be fine. If you actually want to ride the bike, it'd be too tight, it'll stick on you. Not a bad thing. Starting to get that glaze look to it again.
It's not because it's a finer stone.
It is a fine stone, but it's glazing up because
It's loaded up.
the stone loads up. It makes heat, so the cylinder gets bigger, you think you're done, you shrink, you cool it and shrink back down to where you started. Go back and forth. The finer the stone, the more they want to glaze.
So the finer the stone, the more you have to clean them. It's also the more wear on your stone.
Also, the more pressure you got to put in there. I'm going to crank the pressure up as well as putting the stone on this one.
Turn the pressure up a little bit when you start getting closer to being done.
In my case, I do this. Not always. Now it's harder to hold cylinder. Sounds a little different too, probably. You got to keep your stroking speed the same. Now that time we cut something, so it's a mic move. That was nice mic move. Now we're tight again. We are pretty even. Good. Best to keep your camera out of the line of fire. This thing rips out of my hand and spins around, juices you up. Maybe I should do some cutting that time. I like that one, so we'll let this cool off. It is hot, you can feel it heating. Not a lot of heat, but it's probably 100 degrees. Enough to expand it, probably throw it in a towel. Check down deep and check at the top. In this case, the bottom. This was pretty even all the way over the whole area, which is what you want. Every cylinder you do is different, right? See the angle's starting to get a little bit too flat. Just go up a little bit faster. shovel head cylinder I just did earlier, they kind of screwed up on me at the very last cut, so I had to do some little tricks to make it come out right. These ones are cutting pretty good so far, but I'm going to deglaze it again. Turn the dial up. This rips out of my hand, it's going to slice it open. You have to make sure you're holding it up, it doesn't do that. Now a little bit more angle on the stone and then cut. Back up to where I want it to be. The size is good right now, but it's short. Real light cuts, it takes a long time to do it, but the accuracy is pretty good. Production work, I'd be cutting it out with coarse ass stone and rushing up on it. You can blow right past the number you want to. So. Right now the mic's going through. And the mic is floating into what I want it to be. There. It's just barely where the touch can fall through. And on the other side, same thing. Push on it, go right through. And that's how accurate it is. Same pressure, push it through, and it's pretty damn close. So this is going to shrink a little bit before we do. This one here might be done on this one. Close.
Is there one more stone set, Shane?
It feels like that one right now, but that one's hot. This one's cold. Now I'm going to give it a couple more swipes with this one. That's all I'm going to do on this one. Mic now falls through. Now it's done for that. It's not done, but it's done. This one here is going to be slightly tighter because it's
Cooled off.
cooled off, so now it doesn't want to go through. I'm going to check my mic, make sure it moves. See, it moved on me a half thou, so
Half thou up or half thou down?
half thou up, it won't go through. That's going right through. We'll get the same couple swipes like we did the last one. And right here. Might be one or two swipes behind that. Okay, now we're going to do our plateau cut. This one we take these really fine stones, which are about a 600 grit or something like that. 500 something plus grit. You see how smooth that is? It's going to get smoother.
And what are those stones called? That's a double row.
It's just another style of hone. Non-shoe style. They're made for interrupted cuts, keyway type stuff. It's an industrial stone, not an automotive stone. Okay, so these ones here, I'm just going to cut the tops off, which is called a plateau cut. So right now we have honing marks that are like this. And we're going to just knock off the highest spots so we get more of a blunt area. So you increase the surface area, but we still have the scratches at the bottom to hold the oil. Make the rings break in. That's the modern way of doing stuff. I just go like this, couple passes, real slow speed. See how it's got a more glossy finish to it? You can still see the scratch there, so it's a plateau cut. It actually feels smoother than this one. Hear the noise there? How this noise is less. So the rings are still going to see the oil grooves. That does not remove any material that you can measure. It's too little. It just, like I said, just knocks those peaks down to like that. That's all it does. Alright, so these are done for the honing. So we gotta go clean these up, let them drip dry a little bit, and get this mess cleaned up.